This is the Silverback in-ground basketball hoops, and I'll be giving a quick review based on my own experience setting it up and using it. You're looking at a sleek, pro-looking basketball goal, the kind you'd want right in your driveway or backyard if you love the idea of shooting hoops without heading into a crowded gym. Just to describe it a bit, it's pretty tall and sturdy, with a backboard made of real tempered glass, which instantly gives it that gym-like vibe. The model I have here is the SB54. And it comes with a black powder-coated pole, a big, clean backboard, and a rim that looks and feels exactly like what you'd find at an indoor court. Now, my quick review is mostly for people figuring out if this hoop is worth it, if it's complicated to install, and whether it's really a solid investment for growing families or anyone serious about basketball. So, let's get straight to my experience. When I first saw the box, I got a little nervous. This thing is heavy. The package weighs about 200 pounds. So for sure you'll need an extra hand just moving it to where you want to install. Inside, everything was pretty straightforward thanks to the labeled parts and instructions. The assembly took me about 2 hours and none of the steps were confusing, but lifting up the backboard and securing the pole can be a challenge because of the weight. From my experience, it's way easier if you have 2 or 3 people, especially when you start bolting things down. I'd recommend getting some help for that part. Talking about putting it in the ground, this is not your portable plastic hoop. With the Silverback, you're anchoring it right into the ground with an anchor bolt system. This means you either pour a concrete pad or use an existing sturdy base. I used 13 bags of Quikrete for that extra peace of mind. My goal here is for the hoop to be rock solid. However, I like that if someday you need to move, you can actually unbolt the whole thing and take it with you. You just need to unscrew it from the anchor. That's smart engineering in my opinion, especially for people renting or planning to move in the future. Now, I want to explain a couple features that set this one apart. The tempered glass backboard is tinted, so it blocks out a lot of the sun's glare. I've played on cheaper hoops where the backboard is just plastic or acrylic and you can barely see the rim at certain times of day. On this one, the rebound off the glass just feels natural. There's a bit of give, but it's almost like playing on an actual gym court. The rim is a breakaway type, which means it actually flexes when you dunk or hang on it. For anyone not familiar, a breakaway rim is designed to bend slightly under pressure, which prevents the glass from cracking and also protects your wrists if you like to play rough or go up for dunks. It really does make you feel safer when you want to get aggressive with your shots. Adjustable height is another key feature that I really appreciate. There's a crank system fixed to the side, and you can turn it to raise or lower the hoop anywhere between 7.5 feet, which is great for younger kids, all the way up to 10 feet, which is the standard for professional play. From my experience, the mechanism is smooth, doesn't get stuck, and you can do it yourself without any special tools. I've tested it for different players, sometimes lowering it for friends' kids to have a shot, other times cranking it up when adults come over to play. It's perfect for family settings or get-togethers where skill levels are all over the place. Durability and stability were big selling points for me. Every part feels solid, especially the steel pole, which is powder-coated to resist rust and fading from sun or rain. Where I live, weather can be pretty tough, so that extra layer really helps keep it looking good. The goal doesn't shake when you shoot, and even if someone dunks, you can see the rim flex, but the base stays totally secure. There are foam pads around the pole and the bottom of the backboard for extra safety. It's one of those simple add-ons you don't really notice until a kid runs in for a layup and accidentally bumps the pole. Initially, I was a little concerned about how much space this would take up. With a 54-inch wide backboard, it's definitely bigger than the average backyard hoop, but it's not as overwhelming as the biggest 72-inch pro models. I actually think this is a good balance for regular home use. It still feels real, but you're not losing your whole driveway. Maintenance has been easy. All I've done is occasionally check the bolts to make sure they're tight, and every month or so, just wipe down the backboard. The powder-coated steel really is rust-resistant. Even after some good storms, it doesn't show signs of rust or wear. One tip I'd share is to double-check the anchor bolts every couple months, especially if you have people dunking or hanging off the rim. Now, I'll be honest about a few things that might bother some people. The setup does take effort, and you cannot do it alone, especially the concrete. Anchor mounting means you need to plan carefully because once you pour the slab, moving the anchor is a hassle. Also, the hoop itself is extremely solid, but once it's in, You won't be rolling this into the garage if you want to clear some space. It's pretty much set in place. If you want a basketball goal you can move around regularly, this isn't the one for you. Also, color choices are pretty basic. It's only available in the standard black finish. But in terms of performance, I absolutely love it. The feel of the ball coming off the glass, the height adjustment, and just the sturdiness of the goal make practicing at home so much better. It feels like you're shooting at a real hoop, not just a toy or something flimsy. If you care about practicing seriously, or you want to encourage your kids to play more, this is a solid investment that should last for years. From my experience, I'd recommend this for families who want something durable and realistic for their driveway or backyard, for teens and adults who take basketball seriously, and for anyone who hates cheap hoops that sway or rattle every time you take a shot. In conclusion, the Silverback in-ground basketball hoops really brings that gym feel to your own home. It's sturdy, smooth to adjust, and safe for intense play and kids of all ages. It takes work to install, but it's totally worth it if you're in it for the long haul. The overall quality, play experience, and flexibility to move it later on all add up to make this my top recommendation if you're shopping for a real, high-quality basketball goal. Check the comments of this video for a link to see the current pricing of the Silverback in-ground basketball hoops. Thank you for watching.